All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? Thursday, April the 28th, 2022. Thank you for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction. Bringing you the very best in metal-related content right here on YouTube, on the only metal channel you need, Music of Destruction. If you missed anything in the past week, the eye in the upper right corner, bring it down, click on one of those 4 videos. That's what you need to get caught up. I'd appreciate it. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications so you know when I post a new video. The hardest working metal channel on the platform and the most honest, upfront, opinionated, and unfiltered. If you like that, best channel here for you if you don't fuck right off. Welcome to Top 15 Thursdays here on the channel, and tonight I'm excited for another special episode. Once again, doing many videos like this in the future. So tonight we're doing my top 15 metal albums of 1994, and guys, this was an incredible year for metal once again in the 90s here. What a great era. The 5 staples were fully established with many subgenres branching off. Of course, we know this is when depressive black metal would start to make its appearance, brutal death metal, a little bit more of a hardcore thrash metal. You had death thrash making a full appearance in this era, as well as more and more funeral doom started out in this decade as well. So lots of great stuff happening in this period of metal of the 90s. What a great time to be alive it was. I was 14 in 1994. Alright, so let's just get into it. Coming in at number 15, we have Graveland with Carpathian Wolves, released in 1994 on Eternal Devils Records. Polish black metal. This is one of the most atmospheric black metal albums I've ever heard, with so many different atmospheric textures, nuances, peaks and valleys, emotions, and of course that raw, cold black production that we'd all come to know and love from Graveland. This is one of their best albums, though I do love some of their other stuff just as much, but this was an incredible debut album for Graveland, and I know a lot of people think he was a Nazi. I don't really give a fuck either way. I don't think he was, but who gives a shit? This is incredible fucking black metal, and if you're a black metal fan, do you really give a fuck anyway? Think about it. Anyway, Graveland, Carpathian Wolves, amazing stuff. Go out and get it if you don't. One of the best debut black metal albums out of Poland. Fuck Behemoth. Graveland, Carpathian Wolves gets number 15. Coming in at number 14, Nailbomb with Point Blank, the USA industrial thrash metal legends with Max Cavalera's side project here with Point Blank. Released in 1994 on Roadrunner Records, this is an incredible industrial thrash metal album, very poignant, political, very in your face with the lyrics, drum work, bass, guitar work. Max's vocals here, absolutely amazing. One of the best side projects of 1994, of course, and Max Cavalera being what he was in the metal scene at this time, especially with Sepultura and of course Nailbomb. Too bad they didn't have more albums. I did have the honor of seeing them when they came through Brandon, so that was absolutely awesome. That was a great time. It was an awesome show and I loved it. Nailbomb's Point Blank gets number 14. Coming in at number 13, USA grindcore death metal legends Brutal Truth with Need to Control, released in 1994 on Earache Records. One of the best groundbreaking grindcore death metal albums of 1994. Part of the big 4 of grindcore, in my opinion. Brutal Truth, very poignant, political, in your fucking face band with the lyrics, the drums, the bass, everything about this album. Sonic, brutal, intense, aggressive, super dark stuff here, and just a very powerful statement towards the capitalistic tyranny of society. This is an awesome album. You know, if you know Brutal Truth, you know you want to get this number 13, Need to Control from Brutal Truth. Coming in at number 12, Norwegian black metal legends Forgotten Woods with As the Wolves Gather, released in 1994 on No Colors Records. A very atmospheric, dark, nature-driven black metal album. Super cold, melancholic, bleak, gray, and depressing. One of the pioneering albums of DSBM, in my opinion. No, it wasn't super suicidal, but the framework was here, of course, along with bands like Street and Burzum and Bethlehem. You certainly had Forgotten Woods getting their foot in the door for depressive black metal. This album is one of the epitomes of the beginnings of the genre. I would say this is proto-depressive black metal, and just a sonic release. So atmospheric. You can get lost in this album, out in the woods for days on end. This is an absolute essential album for any black metal freaks collection. I will be buying this. Forgotten Woods, As the Wolves Gather gets number 12. Coming in at number 11, Marduk with Opus Nocturne, released in 1994 on Osmos Productions. Swedish black metal legends, 1994. This is before Legion joined the band. One of Marduk's best records, though I appreciated their later work a lot more. I do appreciate their later work a lot more, and I love it. a lot more. But this era of Marduk was the beginning of Marduk, and I have nothing but utmost respect. This is an incredible album, one of their best. From Marduk is Opus Nocturne. Brutal, fast, aggressive, dark, hateful, and fucking evil as hell. Marduk's Opus Nocturne, you guys, gets number 11. Go out and get it. Coming in at number 10, USA death metal legends Incantation, Mortal, Throne of Nazarene, released in 1994 on Relapse Records. This was such a statement for Incantation, one of the best death metal albums of 1994 in my opinion. This is legendary stuff from one of the most amazing acts in USA death metal. This is a very atmospheric, evil sounding album. It's not gore ridden death metal, which I love. This had a lot more thought-provoking subject matter, though it was on the more evil side of things. There's a lot of historical aspects to this album in terms of how the songs are framed and the choices in the framework of the music itself. This is not just about brutality. This is thought-provoking death metal, and Incantation's an amazing band. Mortal, Throne of Nazarene gets number 10. Coming in at number 9, another depressive black metal pioneer with Bethlehem with Dark Metal, released in 1994 on Adipocere Records. This is German black doom metal. Yes, there's doom metal in here as well. One of the pioneers of depressive black metal, and I'd say even darker funeral doom aspects on this record. A lot of different atmospheres going on here, lots of ideas, but they really had a cohesiveness to them on this record, and there was a lot of stuff here that wasn't being done. This is groundbreaking for so many reasons, and I think Bethlehem were one of those bands that nobody should overlook. I'm going to be getting a lot of their stuff. Bethlehem's Dark Metal, a legendary depressive black metal release. Very cold, isolated, bleak, depressing, and of course dark and abysmal and cavernous. Great stuff. Bethlehem's Dark Metal gets number 9. Coming in at number 8, Mutilation with Hail Satanas, We Are the Black Legion's EP, released in 1994 independently. French black metal legends of the Les Legions Noir, Mutilation. What more do I need to say? This is an incredible EP, only 15 minutes long, but for what it would set up to come subsequently after was absolutely incredible. And France had a great black metal scene in the 1990s, a lot of obscurity, elitism, underground creeds and aesthetics that nobody was doing in the 90s other than the Norwegian bands. And I think Norway and France and Sweden and of course Finland, they all had incredible black metal scenes, but France had this really dark corrosiveness to it. It was like this acidic bile that would spew forth from the speakers every time you put on a Les Legions Noir release, and this EP is no different. Legendary stuff here with Mutilations. Hail Satanas, We Are the Black Legions gets number 8. Coming in at number 7, Australian war metal legends Bestial Warlust, Vengeance War Till Death, released in 1994 on Invasion Records. One of 2 full-length releases. This was another war metal band that had a short-lived discography, but Bestial Warlust, Vengeance War Till Death is legendary. This is fast, dark, aggressive, battle-like, barbaric, raw, chaotic, and just downright insane stuff here. Bestial Warlust, Vengeance War Till Death is one of those dark fucking war metal albums that you absolutely must own. I'm going to be getting this. This is an absolutely incredible album. Number 7, Bestial Warlust, Vengeance War Till Death, Hail Australian War Metal. Coming in at number 6, Burzum Vis Leseteros, released in 1994 on Misanthropy Records, Norwegian ambient black metal. Burzum making the list once again. This was a groundbreaking album for Norwegian black metal and ambient music in general, and this was a very dark album for Burzum. There was a lot of misanthropic overtones on this, but also very cold, isolated, forest-like atmosphere, and I think Stridborg took a lot of influence from this album, as well as a lot of other one-man bands that focused on the aspects of nature and isolation in the middle of nowhere, including the forest, and that's what Vis Leseteros is really good at conveying in terms of atmosphere, and this is just legendary stuff. Burzum's Vis Leseteros gets number 6. Coming in at number 5, Norwegian black metal legend Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger, released in 1994 on Peaceville Records. The successful follow-up to Under a Funeral Moon and A Blaze in the Northern Sky, which was 92, Under a Funeral Moon 93, 94, Transylvanian Hunger, the unholy trilogy of Norwegian black metal with Dark Throne. And I mean, this is just an incredible album, one of my favorites from Dark Throne, and it speaks for itself. Uncompromising, raw, hateful, aggressive, dark, chaotic, heavy, cold, no compromise, no trends, no fucking bullshit. Nocturnal Culto and Fenris knew what the hell they were doing. They still are an incredible band, even though they have more of the 3 genres now, like thrash, death, and black. Transylvanian Hunger, Legendary, gets number 5 from Darkthrone. Coming in at number 4, Norwegian black metal legends again with Mayhem Die Mistress Dom Satanas, released in 1994 on Euronymous' Death Like Silence Productions. It's Mayhem's Die Mistress Dom Satanas. What can you say about this album? Now, this version had Attila Kashir from Hungary on vocals. I really wish Dead was on this album, though he did write the lyrics for it. He passed away before they would get this album released. Though there is a version of Die Mistress Dom Satanas out there with Dead's vocals. I don't know if it's a bootleg or not. You'd have to tell me in the comments, but legendary. It's Mayhem's Die Mistress Dom Satanas. Everything about it speaks to me on a personal level, like all these black metal albums do from Norway. What can I say? This is legendary, man. It's fucking Mayhem. If you don't have this, don't call yourself a black metal fan. Number 4, Mayhem Die Mistress Dom Satanas. Coming in at number 3, USA groove thrash metal legends Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. You all know how much I love Pantera. Rest in peace, Diamond Vinnie Paul. I mean, really. Dimebag Daryl Abbott, Vinnie Paul Abbott. Legends. One of Pantera's best albums, I would say, and my favorite's obviously The Great Southern Trendkill, but this was an amazing follow-up to Vulgar Display of Power. This is the epitome of 90s, just a 90s metal band doing it right. Philip Anselmo, Rex Brown, Dimebag, and Vinny. What more the fuck could you ask for in a metal band from Texas? It's amazing. Pantera's Far Beyond Driven, number 3. It was going to be in the top 5. Coming in at number 2, Cryptopsy, Blasphemy Made Flesh, released in 1994 on Invasion Records, Canadian brutal death metal legends. Hail the Lord Worm. This album, raw, abrasive, chaotic, fast, technical, not super technical, brutal, just aggressive, dark, fucking sick, putrid vile filth from Canada. Brutally fast. Flo Monnier, one of the best drummers in the world, Lord Worm and company. This is when Cryptopsy was at their prime. Of course, you had Ungentile Exhumation in 93, Blasphemy Made Flesh in 94, and None So Vile in 96. So I don't know why everybody dick rides None So Vile so much. It is an amazing album, but Blasphemy Made Flesh is their crowning jewel, in my opinion. If you don't agree, I don't fucking care. Blasphemy Made Flesh from Cryptopsy, man. What more do I need to say? Gets number 2. Buy it. Coming in at number 1, USA Sludge Doom Metal Legends, Acid Bath When the Kite String Pops. That's what's playing in the background on the TV there and in the audio. Very rare live performance that I found on YouTube. It's Acid Bath When the Kite String Pops, released in 1994 on Rotten Records, man. I mean, everything this band did for Sludge was off the charts, just like I Hate God and bands like that. What more needs to be said? This is an album that leaves me speechless to this day. Everything about it is perfect. The production is raw and dirty. It's dark. It's hateful. It's surrealistic. It's nightmarish. It's misanthropic. There's black metal overtones on here in terms of the vocals and some of the song structuring. It's very, very misanthropic, very nightmarish, and very surreal and very psychedelic. Sludgy, boggy, vile mud from the southern bayou of New Orleans, Louisiana. I mean, what more can you ask for from 1994 for a sludge metal album than When the Kite String Pops, man? Acid Bath are fucking gods. When the Kite String Pops gets number 1. Of course it was going to get number 1. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. Alright, so there you have it, another top 15 in the books here on Music of Destruction. I hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new, subscribe, turn on that notification bell for all notifications. Merchandise, teespring.com/music-of-destruction, bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. Thank you to everyone who bought shirts. Join the channel, become an MOD Elite. Amazing perks, $4.99 per month. Review requests, collaborations, band interviews, and promotions, all that great stuff. Join for $4.99 a month. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome night. Subscribe, like, comment, share the video. We'll see you for Metal Album Warfare Fridays. Have an awesome night. Cheers, everybody.